It's Mr. Burley at the York Catholic District School Board. This is the fourth video in my AutoCAD tutorial. We started off, the first one we drew this, the second one we brought these things in, the third one we added this channel and we added another channel up here, and then you did some hidden line features. We learned about layer properties and we learned to toggle layers off and on and so on. So in this one, the fourth video, what I'd like to do is I'd like to create an isometric view up in here. Now we're familiar with the isometric view because in their previous unit we went through the hand drawing of that, and we remember the 30 degrees and the 90 degrees and so on. We're going to use the same approach here. Again, with AutoCAD, there's hundreds of different ways to do everything, and I encourage you, as you follow my tutorials along, is to try some of the different tools and try to develop your own kind of ideas as you go along. You can try my idea first and then maybe try something different afterwards and kind of familiarize yourself with it. So to start off with, what I'd like to do is go to layer properties, and we're currently on the object layer, and I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to call it Isometric. I'm going to make it current, and I'm going to change the color to blue. Just make a nice light blue, maybe something like this. You can do whatever you like, whatever color you like. We're going to stay on the same line types and so on. We're going to get rid of this. So if I was to put an isometric view right in here, full scale, it wouldn't really fit, and I'm assuming you've got dimensions in here and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop in this area for the time being. I'm going to start off with a construction line like this and another construction line like this, and you'll see that's familiar. That's how we started off the isometric, and we remembered we drew a line up here 30 degrees, and then off of this line here we drew another line 30 degrees, and then we copied everything parallel to that, to those three lines, this one, and this one. So we're going to do much the same approach here in AutoCAD, and we're going to look at, I'm going to draw this line here first. I'm going to ignore the channel for the time being. We can worry about that afterwards. You can see this is 50, and I know the angle's 50 millimeters long, so anchor it here. Again, we're on the isometric layer, which is great. Zoom in, make sure we're in the right spot, and here's what's nice here. So it's 55, was it 50? I forgot already. 50, yeah. So it's 50 millimeters, and then hit the tab button, and then you can set the dimension, the angle. You can see the angle in through there. So the angle is going to be 30, enter. So it's 30 off of this, 30 off of here, and of course it would be 60 off of this, but we're rotating around this direction, so that's 30. Okay, so that line's perfect length. Now we want to do another line this way. So that one is 55 millimeters long. Okay, so we're going to go here. Now you'll notice the number is higher. If you look up top, you can see there's 144, and you can see. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go 55, tab, and the angle of that one is going to be 90. And if this is 90 from here to here, and you subtract 30, so that would be 150, because it's coming from here. So 150 all the way around to there. You can see it. So it's going to be 150. So now you can see it's starting to come to shape. So now our lines are going to be all parallel to each other. So now it's easy. We're going to come up, if you look here, we're going to come up 10 millimeters, and then we're going to go back that way 25. So I can just line straight up, 10, enter, back this way is 25. And if you look right now, you'll see that it's 30, right? That's going to be a 30 degree from there up. So we're going to go 25, tab, 30, enter. And then we're going to come up straight up this way, and that's 25. If you look at your drawing, I'm just using the Alt tab back and forth, so I can Alt and then tab, which works quite nice. So the next one here is 25, and again, that's 30, right? So 25, tab, 30, enter. So you can see it's starting to come to shape. Now I'm going to bring a line from here this way, or I can come across here, whatever, it doesn't make any difference. I'm going to come this way here, which is again 25 millimeters, and he is going to be 30 degrees. Oh, that wasn't working out for me, was it? Undo. Line, and it's going to be 25 millimeters, tab by 30, enter. That's better. And then here to here, so we're going to go from here to here, which is going to be same thing, 25, tab, 30, enter, and then we can simply close that from there to there, come over here, and I'm jumping all over the place. You can do it however you like. You don't have to follow exactly, but you're welcome to. And this is 15. And then coming from here down, if you look at the drawing, so if this is 25 from here to here, and you can see that this is 5, so that means this is 20, right? So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go from here to here, and it's 150, backspace, 20, tab, 150, and you can look down and see the angle right there, so you can see where you're close. So 150, tab, right? And then we're going to come down, straight down 5 millimeters. I'm going to close this one off. I'm going to go and I'm going to delete this guy, delete him. I don't need him any longer, and I'm going to bring this one from here up 10, and then I can just draw the lines straight through like that, back. Okay, and then now I can draw a line from here down to here, and oops, and a line from here down is going to be 20. Because if you look here, you can see that's 25, and if this is 5, right, because this is 10 and that's 15, that's 5. So here down is 20, enter. Why is it not doing it? Try it one more time. So that is supposed to be 25, tab, and it's supposed to be 30, enter. And why is it not showing anything now? See, no, it's working. Bear with me here, something's going on, I'm not sure what it is. Oh, my number lock is unlocked. 25, enter, there we go. I don't understand number lock, I never have. Why is it there, why is it? This has gone down too far, I was getting lost because of my number lock. This only goes down to 20, enter, good. And then we're going to come across from here to here, and then we're going to come across from this guy, this one from here over to here should be 25, tab, and the angle is 150. You can see it's 156, so you know you're at 150, right? And then you can come from here down to here, 25, and a line from there across to there. Okay, actually this one I took it too far, but we'll fix that in a second. Here, so a line from here, and it goes back this right to that guy there, and he's at 30, tab, and it's going to be 150, enter. Okay, and then a line from there down to that guy right there, he's going to be 5, right? 5, enter, and a line from there to there, and a line from here down to here, and let's go back and get rid of this guy right there. So we're going to simply click this and click this, enter, whoops, trim this guy and this guy, enter. We're going to cut him off right there because we don't need him. Go back now and I'm going to delete this guy. I'm going to create my channel. My channel we know is from here down to here is 10, enter, and up is 5, and then over this way, copying that guy from here to here is going to be 25, tab, 150 degrees, and then from here down to here, just locks it. Now I'm going to delete this, so I'm going to go trim it, and I'm going to trim that there, 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 enter, and trim that out. Now up here, I'm going to put my lines. So I can do this in different ways. The way I can draw a line from in so far and all the rest of it, but I'm going to use this guy here, offset. And I'm going to say offset 5 millimeters because it's 20. So I'm going to go from there to there, there to there, whoop, there, oh, there, there. So that now is 20 millimeters from here to here, and here, and here. And actually, no, that should have been 2.5. That was a mistake, because if this is 25 from here to here, and my thing is 20, 25 subtract 20 divided by 2 is only 2.5. So it ended up being too small. So let's go back. Getting too hasty here. So we're going to change that to 2.5, enter. And we're going to offset this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Oh. There we go. Oh. Having trouble here. Technical difficulties. 2.5, enter. Good. Okay, so now this would be 20. So my mistake before was I should have divided that number by 2. So now I want to trim it. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click the trim key. This, 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 enter. And I can simply come here and trim off these edges that I don't no longer need. Now there's another line you would see here, is you would see a line running down in here because this is an opening. And you would also see a line running across there because that's an opening. So we just simply go like this down, and that line would disappear right there. You wouldn't see it past that, right? You would see a hit, well, you wouldn't even see the head line because it'd be hidden there. Now this one here would be from here, it would be 30 degrees up to that 1/4. So I'm going to go 5 millimeters or join it to there. And it's going to be tab 150, enter. Now you can see I've gone a bit too far, so we're going to hit the escape key and we're going to just trim that off. Okay, so I'm going to click this and click this, enter, whoop, trim. I'm just going to trim him off. And that's what the isometric view would look like. Now I could put some hidden lines right across here, and I could put a hidden line right in through here, and I could put hidden lines down here, and I would consider doing that. I'm going to keep it the way it is like this because it just makes it simpler. Now I'm going to jump back for a second. I'm going to toggle off the dimensions key, and then if I was to take this right now and move this down into my drawing, you can see it's way too big. So first thing I want to do is I want to highlight it. I right click it, and I'm going to go scale. And the other space is specify a base point. I'm just going to touch there. It wouldn't matter. You can do it anywhere you want it, but I'm just going to go right there. That's my scale. And now the scale factor. You can see it's blue, so it's allowing me to do it. I'm going to go 0.5. That's half size. 0.5, 0.25 be quarter size, and so on. Or you could make it larger 5 times, whatever the case may be. Hit the enter key, and now it's a nice size. Now what I want to do is I want to highlight it and right click and move it. And just hold the middle mouse button down, or the left mouse button, I'm sorry, and you can just bring it down into somewhere in your drawing, somewhere in the center, so below that surface and inside that surface, but like there would be good. Boom. Okay, so now we have an isometric view. So the reason you have the isometric view typically is so that not everybody can look at these drawings, these 3 dimensions or positions or whatever you call them, and objects and say, okay, well, that's what it's going to look like in 3-dimensional world. So it just assists other people to understand that. So typically you don't have to dimension anything. You can. Now if I go in and dimension something right here, I'd have to change my dimensions to half size. It's also a good idea to put the scale of this right here because it's not the same scale as this. So a person that was designing or building this, they couldn't use their scale and measure this and say, okay, well, that's the size, right? So you have to be careful that way. Just put the scale right down in here or something. Okay, so that's that. And now we can toggle that off or on if we want to. I'm going to save it. And that's it. So what the next step is, when you follow this video through, I'd like you to position it in the right spot exactly the same way I've done.